The Donington Park circuit in Leicestershire plays host to the next round of the Motul Caterham 7 270R Championship. This is a circuit that always produces spectacular racing, and with the slipstreaming action we've enjoyed all season long from these drivers, we're expecting much more of the same over the two races this weekend. James Murphy has nabbed pole position for the first race here at Donington Park with Tom Allen alongside him. Greg Monks is looking for his first victory of the year from the inside of row number 2. Well, we're ready to go racing then with a big grid of 30 cars set to do battle around the majestic Grand Prix circuit at Donington Park. Red lights on board here with Daniel French. He starts on row number 3, gets an OK start. It's fairly equal there amongst most of the front runners as they launch off the line down to Redgate Corner for the first time. Tom Allen on the outside line in the red and black car, and I think it will be the pole sitter Murphy that hangs on to the lead through the first right-hander. This is often the scene of calamity at the start of these races, but touch wood, everybody seems to have got through in one piece with no wheel banging for the time being. Now down through the grain curves we go on board with Daniel French then, so he is 5th position. He's gained 1 spot at the expense of Neil Fraser off the line. Into the old hairpin they go, this absolutely fabulous sequence of corners. Again, very easy to get it wrong though, and most of the drivers appear to be minding their P's and Q's here on the opening lap, realising it's a long race and it's not so much your position on the first lap that will make the difference, it's where you position yourself going into the final few laps to decide who comes out a race winner. Here goes Ollie Pratt, the number 74 car, another regular frontrunner still looking for his first win of the year. There are several drivers who potentially are on the verge of getting that first win of the season, just haven't quite got there yet. Again, good battling right the way through the field, the entire grid of cars pretty much in one long queue, but we might be about to see our first lead change as Tom Allen drafts around James Murphy, goes to the outside into the chicane, but he's cleared the number 3 car before they even hit the brakes. Nice move there then as Tom Allen goes through. Tom, one time a winner so far this year. Daniel French, though, that we're on board with, has more victories than anybody else, 3 wins, and that is why he arrives here as the championship leader. He goes to the outside line down at the Melbourne hairpin. One of the best overtaking opportunities on the circuit, this down at the bottom of the hill, and accelerate back up through the gears towards the final turn at Goddard's and to the completion of the opening lap, which looks like it will be led by Allen with Murphy second place. One change of position halfway around the first lap. I think we'll see plenty more before the race is done. Ollie Pratt there trying to gain ground on the exit of the final turn as they roar back across the start-finish line. At the end of lap number 1, James Murphy goes to the outside of Tom Allen again, trying to sell him the dummy maybe. Daniel French is into 3rd on this what's been a very successful first lap so far. Then the 36 of Daniel Halstead, a double winner already earlier on this season, but he's slipping behind now those podium contenders who already are starting to make a small break. Gravel and dust gets kicked up in the background, someone's run out wide, bouncing their way back onto the racetrack. No damage done though, thankfully. Ooh, Tom Allen with a mistake at the old hairpin though, and this could be an opportunity for Murphy and Daniel French to find a way back past him. Murphy's got the lead back and Daniel French needs no second invitation. He's through into 2nd place, and this brilliant charge towards the front of the pack is nearly complete now for the number 77 car. The right-hander at McLean's he goes. Ahead of him is James Murphy, who is not really a factor in the championship battle at this stage of the year. 4 more races to go this season as well, so if Murphy does want to get himself into the championship equation, a race victory really is the bare minimum from this one. And back straight again, and here comes the challenge from Daniel French to the outside of James Murphy. This is exactly how Murphy got the lead from Allen a lap ago. And this time it's Daniel French's turn to go round the outside, flings the car into the chicane, and he is now through. The next question is, will he be able to pull away? The answer is more than likely going to be no, but he'll do his best. He'll be watching his mirrors now, hoping to see the battling really starting to intensify behind him, which in a way it is, because early race leader Tom Allen has now slipped down into 4th position behind the number 36 of Halstead. So Tom Allen starting to fade slightly as French has now got his way to the front of the queue. There's the number 5 car, Greg Monks, who started 3rd. He too has lost a couple of positions from where he started. You can see here just how closely bunched the entire field still is. And remember I said there was a breakaway at the front? Well, no more. The top 3 have been caught once again, and we have another lead change with James Murphy making that look remarkably easy into Redgate Corner. Tom Allen there trying to get himself back into a podium place. Round Redgate once again, screeching of tyres as the Avon tyres on these Caterham 7 270Rs are really being worked overtime here at Donington Park. That was a nice move, wasn't it, from Tom Allen? Gets past Daniel Halstead then, back into third position. He was keen to get on with that because you can see the leading two getting away. Neil Fraser, meanwhile, hanging tough around the outside of the old hairpin, fending off Matt Shepherd, who we ride on board with once again up the hill through Starkey's. The next left-hand kink at Schwantz. McLean's is a possible overtaking opportunity. We don't do a huge amount of braking in these cars. It's all about carrying the speed through the middle of the corner. That means that most of the overtaking is actually done in a straight line rather than throughout braking manoeuvres at the end of the straights. There's number 11 of Chris Moore, the silver car with the yellow roll cage. Heading down the back straight past the exhibition centre, side by side for the race lead again. James Murphy coming back at Daniel French around the outside. Will lead them into the chicane. Tom Allen's caught them back up again, and Halstead seems to be a bit of a cork in the bottle for fourth position. A lot of pressure now as they head out of the chicane, down the hill. French peeks to the inside, but no way through, and behind is getting very, very close indeed. Almost contact there as Greg Monks was feeling the threat from Justin Heap behind him. Justin Heap is the man who is second place in the championship coming into this round, just 3 points behind French, the points leader. This was Matt Shepherd's start, meanwhile. And through the middle, from the sixth row of the grid, comes Lewis Thompson. Look at the number 79 car, goes from the middle to the inside line. And Lewis Thompson very nearly gets himself into about the top 6 or 7 turning into the first corner. Shepherd, meanwhile, sort of holds the middle ground. Running out wide to the left-hand side was Andy Morgan. And that was one more place gained for our onboard camera car. Now, Tom Allen is going back to the race lead here. First time he's led since the first lap, and he does it down at the Melbourne hairpin. That opens the door for James Murphy to come back up the inside of erstwhile leader Daniel French, but they've all had a turnout in front now, and all three of them practically together as they turn through Goddard's corner. Allen takes the defensive line on the way in. That will slow him down on the exit, so the hope will be that Daniel French and James Murphy might be able to challenge him into Redgate corner. Meanwhile, behind, a little bit of paint being traded there. That was the 56 car going up the inside line, trying to get through at the Melbourne hairpin. That was Jim Earlham trying to get a place, and spectacularly, wings go flying. It's not uncommon to see those wings detach from these cars, but usually they come off in one piece. Sadly, that one will not be usable. It will be destined for the scrap heap, I think. So back with our top 10 runners. Here's a replay of what happened then as they went up the hill, and all of a sudden, an explosion from the right rear corner. No further contact to detach the bodywork. Very much a scary moment for the drivers following behind. Into the closing stages of the race then. Now down to the old hairpin comes Daniel French, who, as you can see, in the middle part of the race has slipped backwards slightly. So too has Daniel Halstead, who's heading that little trio of cars. This, though, is the fight for the race lead. Tom Allen, Greg Monks and James Murphy. They're the three drivers then that look set to fill out the podium places. Which order they'll be in, though, is anybody's guess, and quite frankly is likely to be decided at the very final corner of the race. Matt Shepherd's into fourth place then, and sort of on his own at the moment in that fourth position. Further back, we've got all sorts going on. Ollie Pratt there, the 74 car, trying to find a way past, as it's three abreast for the race lead. Murphy on the inside, Monks in the middle, and Allen gets shuffled out down to third position. This is why it's so pivotal to make sure you're in the correct position, not even going on to the last lap, but maybe halfway or 2/3 of the way around the final lap. If you're out in front, you are a sitting duck going down that back straight. Monks now goes up the inside into the Melbourne hairpin, and I think has got to the front of the field once more. There's French in fifth position. Sixth place now is the number 6 car of Justin Heap, with Halstead, Pratt and Chris Moore behind him. Those three have caught the number 6 car substantially over the second half of the lap. Through then go the leading three once again. Any moves made into Redgate corner. This is one of the biggest braking points on the track, but no, they all stay in the same line. Turn through that sweeping right-hander. Crucial to get a good exit from there, because now you're flat out all the way down through Hollywood and the Craner curves. Oh, Halstead out wide, and that's going to leave the door open for Ollie Pratt behind him. Leaders, though, starting now to feel the pressure. It's down to crunch time now. The next move you make might be the one that decides whether or not you're victorious, or on the bottom step of the podium, or perhaps even off the podium altogether. They've kept it clean so far. Let's hope that is the case for the remainder of this race then. Greg Monks up the hill into McLean's, looking for his first victory of 2019. He'd very much like to get that today. He's had a consistent season which puts him in the top half dozen or so in the points, but yet to taste the winner's champagne. He's actually building a small margin now over Murphy and Allen. Now that could be a good thing It might not be though, because they're going to get a real run on him down the exhibition straight. You can see Murphy closing in the slipstream. Allen's to the outside of him as well, but gets cut off. Murphy though can't get the lead away. So that was interesting then. Monks pulled enough of a gap through the preceding two corners. Down the exhibition straight, he wasn't actually vulnerable to attack from the cars behind. The same though is not true as we arrive down at the Melbourne hairpin. Murphy to the inside line. If he can stop the car, he should go through, but keep an eye on Tom Allen. He's taken the really wide line into Melbourne, comes off the corner quicker than both of them. Monks back to the lead, Allen challenging for second, and Murphy might have another pop at taking first place away into the final corner, and he does. They're three abreast into Goddard's corner. James Murphy on the inside line, he's going to go back ahead. Wonderful racing, inches between the cars throughout the previous sequence of corners, but no contact made, and that was the money move for James Murphy, who comes through to take the race victory. And what a victory it was. That is his first win of the year, and second place for Greg Monks, Tom Allen third, and Matt Shepherd, the man who misses out on the podium spot, but still a decent fourth place finish for the number 80 car. Well, James Murphy had to work very, very hard for that, and he takes the race win, his first of the year. Greg Monk second, Tom Allen third, and Shepherd fourth, with Daniel French in fifth position, scoring some valuable points and outscoring Justin Heap, his big championship rival.
I was playing around a bit the last few laps, just trying to work out where I wanted to be at which point, and I got it absolutely right, and then I messed up the bit I meant to do, and then he left the smallest gap, Greg, at the last corner, and I kept it clean, and so I'm proud of this one. It's been a long time coming this year, so yeah, it feels great, it feels really good.
Yeah, that was hard work. Actually, Tom and James managed to pull away, and I just had to keep putting in some clean laps, and I could see the guys behind squabbling, but I managed to catch up, and then yeah, it was anyone's race with the three of us finishing in the last two laps just together. It's great fun. Yeah, great race.
Yeah, it was super exciting. I think James and I sort of worked together a little bit to get away, and then Greg's black car was just looming up behind us, caught us up, and then it's really between the three of us to try and work for the victory. But I got a little bit mugged on the penultimate lap and got at the back of the group. So, but I'm really chuffed to get a third and another podium, and yeah, a good starting spot for tomorrow. So have a good night's sleep tonight and sort of send it again.
Well, James Murphy was able to double up with a victory in race number 2 at Donington Park to move into 6th place in the points. At the top, Daniel French again outscored Justin Heap, so he's 7 points clear as we leave Donington Park. Well, a fabulous pair of races here at Donington, which means that going into the final round, just 7 points separate the top 2 drivers in the championship.